C movie, yeah, they're pretty bad made. But you know, sometimes they're the films we remember. You know, even like George Powell was a bit independent, you know, when he was doing War of the Worlds and stuff. And you know, there was always the independent movement, I guess, in the 50s, the 60s, less so, more so in the 70s, again, a little bit. And the 80s, yeah, you could see it disappearing again. The 90s, it came back again.
Yeah.
I think, you know, anyone starting out, and I think what helped the independent movement in the 90s, late 90s, I guess, was the start of digital.
Yeah.
You know, at least for me, because I wanted to make a movie, and the only way I could do it was on a, you know, basically a glorified Sony television camera, a big giant thing with a big lens on it. So, you know, there's been a spate of independent films that aren't lately, you know, that you could say aren't that good. You know, everyone starts copying off, okay, you know, I was doing a lot of science fiction and nobody else was doing it. And then suddenly everyone's doing a sci-fi film with a guy with a gun and a, you know,
right.
body armor and, you know, shooting and punching each other and stuff, because usually a bunch of stunt guys get together and do an independent film. And they usually get to sell them. But I don't know, you know, it's, I try to buck the trends and go in a different direction, you know, for me. And you know, people could say I don't know what I'm doing, you know, and that's for certain, but I go with not what the trend says. You know, I've done those trend movies.
Yeah.
They paid off very well, but then you look back 10 years and you think, wow, why did I do that? You know,
right.
So it's a thing. It's